welcome to ONTV News. I'm Jesse Agnew. As much as we all hate traffic, it's going to get worse. 3 significant construction projects are scheduled for Orion Township this spring and summer. The most disruptive of which is a 5.5-mile resurfacing of Baldwin Road between I-75 and Indianwood Road. This project is expected to start at the end of April and run through June 14th. There will be a 4.73-mile resurfacing project at Stony Creek Road between Orion and Oakland Township beginning April 15th. During the construction, the road will remain open to traffic but will be frequently reduced to 1 lane, with traffic directed by a flagger. The project is expected to be completed by June 1st. The final road project will be on Joslyn from Walden to Clarkston Roads, but that project likely won't begin until August. Recently, representatives of Common Ground came to the Orion Township Public Library to share their own personal stories and how the organization benefits those in need, and to encourage participants to express their feelings through art. ONTV's Kayla Brandon brings us the story.
The Orion Township Library hosted Common Ground's art therapy workshop and presentation Saturday, April 6th. Common Ground is a 24-hour crisis service agency dedicated to responding to crises, providing safety and advocacy, and building communities of support. At the event, several representatives of Common Ground shared their stories of crisis and how Common Ground helped them through it. Through the help of Common Ground, they are now spokespeople for the organization. ONTV spoke with the Common Ground CEO, Tony Rothschild, to learn more about the goals of this unique nonprofit.
We're always trying to reach people to ask for help that have a mental health problem, so we can serve more people and help more people. And we want to break those barriers of stigma that causes that. And we also are looking to train 10,000 people in the next 5 years on mental health first aid, which is a 1-day training like CPR, except it teaches people, gives them the skills to approach somebody that's having a mental health problem and try to connect them to help. And those are the kind of things that save lives.
And you were talking today about the ambassador program. Can you talk a little bit more about what it takes to be an ambassador for Common Ground?
Oh, well, it just takes somebody to volunteer. Basically, an ambassador for us is somebody that will learn about our agency, talk to other people in the community about it, and bring people into a session like you were just witnessed here, the Crisis to Hope session, and spend an hour learning about the stories of Common Ground.
The effects of mental illness don't just impact those who are immediately suffering. They often have lasting effects on their loved ones as well.
My son Jeremiah, who was a student for Lake Orion High School, he graduated. He was an athlete for Lake Orion High School, went on to run for Oakland Community College and received a full scholarship for Oakland Community College as well as Oakland University, which he was supposed to attend. He came down with a mental illness, which was bipolar 1 severe with severe psychosis. That led to his death by suicide. So what we do now, being that there's been so many suicides in Lake Orion, coming from Lake Orion, kids coming from Lake Orion High School, what have you, is and his talent was running. The 1 mile was his specialty. We do the Maya Mile, which we want to now focus on mental illness awareness and hope, which we label Maya, which was his nickname, and just bring awareness to the community of Lake Orion about mental illness. You know, maybe these kids who are suffering early can get help, because this disease affects them at the early age, in between 18 and 22. That's the ripe age for this. So we want to bring awareness to the parents, to the community, for hope for these kids so that they can get help, and maybe the suicides, in Lake Orion will decrease.
The library is currently displaying the Mandala art exhibit, featuring mandalas made by those who have gone through the art therapy program at Common Ground. After the presentation, guests were invited to stay and make a mandala of their own. Art therapist Margaret Sands Goldstein talked more about the role that art plays in overcoming life's toughest battles.
My position is art therapist, and we provide groups and individuals, sometimes sessions where people use art as a way to explore their feelings, to express themselves, to think about their goals, their fears, their dreams, and they think about all that by using different art materials. It can be drawing, painting, collage, sculpture. We do found art. We use a lot of nature items, sticks and stones and different things. So anything that we can use to make something that's going to show what we're thinking or feeling, we use it.
Common Ground is dedicated to helping youths, adults, and families in crisis. And one of the ways that they do that is through their art therapy program. As you can see behind me, they have the mandala displays here at the Orion Township Library. And not only are they therapeutic to those who make them, but they're also beautiful works of art. Reporting from the Orion Township Library, I'm Kayla Brandon for ONTV News.
The third annual Maya Mile will be held at the outdoor track at Lake Orion High School this summer in honor of Jeremiah Hargett. T-shirts will be sold with proceeds going to Common Ground and other charities promoting mental illness awareness and suicide prevention. ONTV will provide more details as they become available. Spring has sprung, and many Lake Orion residents are looking for ways to enjoy themselves during this dreary weather. This month, the Friends of the Orion Township Library are providing everyone with just that. The Orion Township Library will be transformed into an evening in Paris during the Passport to Spring event. The evening will have a variety of performers and attractions. The Fronts have been around for many years working to promote literacy and lifelong learning. The group also raises money and donates the proceeds to make sure the library is able to run efficiently. During the event, there will also be musical entertainment provided by A Reasonable Facsimile, Gentlemen Songsters, and the Oakland Dixieland Band, as well as the Woven Woods. Passport to Spring will be on Saturday, April 27th from 7 to 10 p.m. Tickets are available at the front desk of the library for $35 or $40 after April 20th. For more information, you can go to orionlibrary.org or call 248-693-3000. The event is for those 21 and older, as there will be wine tasting. 2012 was an amazing year for the Lake Orion boys track team. They first won the 2012 MHSAA Division I State Championship, and their coach, Stan Ford, was named the Michigan High School Track Coach of the Year. 2013 is starting off just as good for Coach Ford. Ford has been named one of 8 finalists nationwide for the prestigious National High School Track Coach of the Year award. On his behalf, the athletic department filed an application for the national award. The award, which has been given since 1967 by the National High School Athletic Coaches Association, looks at years of service, level of success, and contribution to the sport. The national honor will be awarded at an awards banquet on June 26 in Des Moines, Iowa. We look forward to hearing what happens. All of us here at ONTV wish Stand for the best. Not only does the Orion Art Center show off the work of established artists in the Orion area, the staff also enjoys encouraging up-and-coming artists. Recently, the artwork of over 50 students ranging from kindergarten to 8th grade was on display at the Art Center. ONTV's McKay recently visited the Art Center and brings us this story.
Thursday, March 28th, the Orion Art Center opened its doors for the K through 8th grade art show. Many art teachers and families from the Orion School District were in attendance. We talked to the director of the Orion Art Center, Lauren Dinowith, about the gallery.
Well, this is an exciting show because it's going to become a yearly event. March is Art Month, and in conjunction with the high school, which has a show every year around this time, we're going to have a show of K through 8 Lake Orion students. And each of the art teachers picks maybe 8 to 10 of their standouts and in their classes amongst all of their students and brings them here to the Art Center so that they can be showcased in a gallery environment so that the kids can, that the community can come and see the students' work and see what they're doing. And it's just exciting for kids and families to be able to see their work, you know, up in a gallery and amongst other students and to have it highlighted and recognized and featured.
Well, first of all, it gives kids an opportunity to see what other students are doing throughout the district. It makes their artwork very important for them and important for the entire community. Art is something that should be experienced by everyone at all different ages. And at this age, starting with kindergarten and going through 8th grade, it gives you an opportunity to see how kids grow, to see how they view the world, and how they express themselves in a different venue other than writing.
The Orion Art Center is ramping up for its next event, the Recycled Art Show in April. From Lake Orion, I'm Kelly McKay reporting for ONTV News.
Thank you, Kelly. The Art Center is currently accepting submissions for their annual Recycled Art Show. Reuse and repurpose items to create unique works of art that you can drop off at the Art Center on April 18th, 19th, and 20th. There are adult and children's categories with $850 in prize money awarded at the opening reception, scheduled to take place on April 24th at 7 p.m. The show will run through June 8th. Visit orionartcenter.org for more information. After 5 years in the position, Lake Orion Village Manager Paul Zelnick completed the final day of his job on Wednesday, April 10th. Zelnick has taken a position with the City of Linden, Michigan. Recently, the outgoing village manager visited our ONTV studio as guest of Orion Now, a series hosted by Township Supervisor Chris Barnett. On March 25th, the Township Supervisor expressed his gratitude to the outgoing village manager who assumed the position in 2008.
First off, we're going to miss you. I know I personally will miss you, and appreciate everything you've given and done for our village and for the township as well. You've been great to work with, so I just want to thank you for what you've done, and I'm sad to see you go, but I know you'll do great things in Linden.
During Zelnick's reign as village manager, he ushered in a new era of collaboration between the village, the township, and even our neighbor to the north, Oxford. Over the past 5 years, he's witnessed growth in the area, both commercial and residential. The downtown area underwent major renovations, and many new events draw people into Lake Orion from all over the Metro Detroit area, including the popular Dragon on the Lake Festival.
I've really enjoyed it. People in Lake Orion have been great. It's a really family-oriented community. I've enjoyed working with the schools, working with the libraries, working especially with the township. And just recently we have really tried to collaborate even more, and I think that's really going to benefit both communities as well as all the residents in the future.
Barnett brought up some little-known facts about Zelnick, including his passion for winemaking. It was also revealed that the village manager was the man inside some of the familiar costume characters at public events.
Well, a little-known fact about Mr. Zelnick is he also plays Elmo.
That's correct. I actually got started, I've done that since I started working in Lake Orion. But prior to that, when I was working in Garden City, I was on a parade committee, and they had a couple costumes that weren't filled during the parade. And I went down to the location to say, okay, what do you have left? They said that they need help. Oh, we need an Elmo and we need, I think, SpongeBob. And I decided to select Elmo because I know kids like Elmo. So I, got a little preview on what I'm allowed to do, what you're not allowed to do. First year that I did, it was probably 25 degrees for their holiday parade. And it was so cold, I thought, oh my God, I'm going to be freezing out there in this Elmo costume. I had long pants on, a t-shirt, sweatshirts, extra thermal shirts. And I'm actually getting ready in the truck with Rory from the Lions. And he's telling me, he goes, this is your first parade, isn't it? I said, yeah, how can you tell? He goes, because you're going to sweat. I thought, are you kidding me? It's 20 degrees outside. The wind is blowing. I'm going to be freezing. He goes, oh, no, you're not, because he was just wearing shorts and a t-shirt. When I got done, I was completely drenched. But I tell you, by doing that, the first time that I did that, walking down the streets, watching how the reaction of all the kids in the community, I came up upon some individuals that were mentally and physically impaired. It was such a moving moment to watch them, the sounds and the jumping around and the things that they were saying to me when I came up to them. It really took me by surprise, and thank God I had that mask on, because I would have lost it right there. But the letters that I got from some of the family members after that, thanking me for stopping there and talking with them and sitting with them and taking pictures with them, said, this is a lot of fun. I'd like to continue to do this, and I've really enjoyed doing it the last several years. And actually, I've talked to the parade group, and actually one of the members contacted me and said, would you continue to do this? And it was quite the compliment. And because of that, I think this past year, just a few weeks ago, I was actually asked to be the Easter Bunny at the Orion Center for the event that they had for their Easter egg hunt. I think that had to do with a little trade-off we had, because we've got a little year publication that goes out every year. We asked to put something in the publication, and they said, well, can you do us a favor? I said, sure, what do you need? He goes, can you be an Easter Bunny? And I said, okay. So it was basically 2 hours sitting in the warm suit with a whole bunch of kids that had a great time. So.
Near the end of the program, Zelnick was asked to recall the accomplishments he was most proud of.
I'm pretty proud of what we've accomplished over the last several years, especially within the difficult financial times the state has had. I talked to other managers from around the state, wonder how people can still continue to do things when 20 years ago managers seemed to have it a lot easier. Proposal A wasn't around. You were having the property tax increases, the revenues that were coming to the schools and the municipalities. Those were good times. You could provide a lot. Then we had to rework things and provide more or provide the same with a lot less people, and that was really difficult. I'm real happy how everything happened within the Streetscape project. We worked with the DDA on that to really make that happen. The lot of dollars that we got donated through the state of Michigan and the other grants that we had was fantastic. But it's a great community to work in, and I tell everybody, I said, I am leaving. I'm looking forward to the opportunities that are going to take place in Linden. But I know they're going to get another manager in here that will have a lot of great ideas, will have a lot of new ideas, and will have a different expertise. And I think that's what you really need. You do need change that does occur over a certain period of time. I realize when somebody's in a position for a lot of years, you can get a lot of added benefit by having the past knowledge of the community and try to be able to move it forward. But it's nice to get somebody new in here, and I'm sure the next person that they're going to get in, and they're already starting that process. Right. And hopefully by the 1st of June or 1st of July that they'll have somebody in and be able to work with you on a lot of great activities and initiatives that you're starting.
The village has already appointed an interim village manager to the position until the council appoints a permanent replacement. Darwin McClary was selected from a list of interim village managers provided by the Michigan Municipal League. The Village Council will accept applications until April 15th and are mandated by charter to permanently fill the position within 90 days of vacancy. We here at ONTV would like to wish Paul Zelnick all the best at his new position. And that's it for this edition of ONTV News. On behalf of the entire crew, I'm Jessie Agnew, and thanks for watching.